Hey Guardians, welcome back to the channel for another Destiny episode. Today we're going over the vendor reset rolls since it is Tuesday. We are in the hot seat, so first off, we have to announce the winner of last week's 1000 Silver or Destiny Emblem giveaway. That goes to Dreadnought45. Your name's on the screen now. Congratulations. Please message me back on YouTube and then DM me on my official Twitter page linked in the description of this video. Now, don't worry for all you Guardians out there, I will be giving away 1000 Silver or a Destiny Emblem this week on this week's videos as well. All you have to do is be subscribed, show your support, like this video, leave a comment down below. Also, at the end of the month, I'll be announcing 3 Guardians as winners for copies of Destiny 2, including a limited collector's edition. All you have to do is check the link in the description to learn how to enter in for that giveaway. All giveaway details are on the screen now. Simply pause the video, read through the instructions, and enter in for the giveaways. Now, to begin this video, we have to go over the vendor rolls for the guns and the armor pieces, hopefully intellect, discipline, and strength being a 98% or higher, so you can get that tier 11 or tier 12 build you've been desiring. Now to start off, we have to go over Lakshmi. So Future War Cult has only one weapon I want to go over for this week, and that's the Scout Rifle, the Wounded. It's going to have crowd control, hammer forged, unflinching, high caliber rounds, full auto. Then it's going to have red dot aura, it's going to have focused lens, and OEG. Now I would opt in for focused lens, and then from there, all the other perks are completely fine to use. Running any of these perks are going to be a viable option in PvP or PvE. So crowd control is always great, and then from there you have to decide whether you want more range or if you want to have stability under fire. So say a scout rifle user or a pulse rifle user from a long distance is trying to snipe you out. Maybe you can use this to get an upper edge advantage against them. Then you've also got the high caliber rounds, and you've also got full auto. High caliber rounds with the unflinching or hammer forge and crowd control would be the option that I would go for. Now full auto is definitely viable, but not my personal preference. Next up, our dude Ronnie over at the Vanguard Quartermaster is going to have a few guns to take a look at. The very first thing is going to be the Angel's Advocate. This is going to have Firefly, small bore, high caliber rounds, rodeo, who's next, MD reflex, and then focused lens and OEG. Now I would opt in for the focused lens once again to increase that range. Then I would use rodeo to reduce the severity of the weapon's recoil, and then small bore, and then firefly. Now I would not use this in PvP, but in PvE I definitely would. It's actually a pretty decent scout rifle. Next up, we've also got a pretty interesting rolled Teacup Tempest this week, which is going to have the reactive reload, snapshot, high caliber rounds, Zen Moment, crowd control, fast draw IS, quick draw IS, and steady hand IS. Use the scopes that you would highly recommend. Fast draw IS is actually pretty good. And then you can also go with Zen Moment, high caliber rounds, and reactive reload, and that would be the roll that I would use. But you can use crowd control if you'd like, and you can also use snapshot if you'd like. So pretty decent overall from the Vanguard Quartermaster for this week. The only roll from Dead Orbit that I would recommend for this week is going to be the Scout Rifle, the Keystone 1. It's going to end up having Zen Moment. It's going to have small bore, triple tap, armor piercing rounds, lightweight, then MD reflex, focused lens, and OEG rifle scope. I would opt in for the OEG rifle scope because I like the OEG rifle scope more than the OEG, and I also like the OEG rifle scope more than the focused lens. But you can opt in for either of these and you would get the nice increase to range bonus. Focused lens does have more range, but I just don't really like the scope as much as the OEG rifle scope compared to what I'm going to be using. Now from there you can also use armor piercing rounds, then use triple tap, and then use Zen Moment, and it would be a pretty decent scout rifle in PvP or PvE. Last person for this week to talk to is going to be Arcite, the Crucible Quartermaster, and he's going to have a pretty interesting 0-day dilemma, which is going to be an auto rifle that has persistence, small bore, rifled barrel, battle runner, or hip fire. I would definitely opt in for rifled barrel in my personal preference, and then run persistence and hip fire. Now you can use Battle Runner, but I don't really know very many people that do use Battle Runner to increase their speed boost to sprint, but other than that you've also got Steady Hand IS and you've got OEG Rifle Scope, both of which are completely fine. OEG Rifle Scope is going to be good for increasing that range, and also that Rifle Barrel to increase the range even more, and then Persistence for that increased accuracy while firing longer. So it's going to be a pretty decent auto rifle, probably really fun to play with in the Crucible, and if you really want to play with it in PvE, that would be fine too. So Guardians, now we're done with the weapons inside of the tower. It's time to go over the stat rolls for the armor pieces with all the vendors from the Iron Temple all the way over to the Reef and even the tower. To begin this, starting off with the Iron Temple Shiro 4, the Vanguard Scout is going to have a Titan mark with 100%, and that's going to be Discipline and Strength. Moving on down to Zavala, he has nothing of importance. So what's wrong with you, Zavala? Commander, you are failing us. Hunter Vanguard is only going to have a 100% stat rolled Ghost with Intellect and Discipline. I guess Cade 6, that's good enough for us right now, but you really need to have some armor pieces for those Hunters out there. Then the Warlock Vanguard, nothing really of importance except for a 98% stat rolled for the Ghost, and that'll be Intellect and Discipline, which Cade already has a 100% stat roll, so I would highly recommend you going to Cade 6 for the Ghost Shell for this week. Then we've got Eris Morn having nothing of importance. House Judgment will have a Warlock Bond at 98% Discipline and Strength, and a 98% Titan mark for Discipline and Strength as well. The Future War Cult is going to end up having a 98% for the Ghost Shell, and that will be Intellect and Strength. And then a 97%, since it's close to 98%, I'll mention it, it will be the Boots for the Hunter, and that will be Intellect and Strength at 97% stat roll. And Dead Orbit is going to have a 98% stat roll for the Hunter chest piece, being Intellect and Discipline. Nothing else really of importance though, so at least did better than Cade 6. New Monarchy is going to be rocking a 98% Ghost Shell with Intellect and Strength, and a 98% Hunter Helmet with Intellect and Strength. So you're really working towards that tier 11 build for the Hunter this week because of all the factions. Then we've got the Crucible Quartermaster having just weapons. Crucible Handler is going to have a few things around 96%, but nothing really of importance or any value. The Cryptarch over in the Iron Temple is going to have no really good Iron Lord artifacts, so sadly, Iron Lord artifacts this week kind of suck. Then we've got the last person, which is going to be the Speaker, and they're actually going to be selling a 98% Titan mark, which will be Discipline and Strength, a 96 on a Cloak, a 96 on a Titan mark, a 96 on a Warlock Bond, a 96 on a Hunter Cloak, and then a 100% for the Sunsinger's Bond being Discipline and Strength. So if you need a Discipline and Strength 100% max stat roll for the Warlock, you definitely have it right here for this week at the Speaker. Other than that, Guardians, thank you all for watching this video. I hope it was entertaining, or you enjoyed it, or it was informative, or it helped you in any way. If it did any of those, leave a like on the video if you so choose. Also, share it with your fellow Guardians, and as always, perfect time to subscribe for daily Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 content. Huge shout out to my patrons on the screen now for supporting me every single month. You guys are awesome. And as always, stay violent, be privileged.
Oh, hi. VPG isn't here right now, but I guess you enjoyed the content. So over there's the logo you can click on. That will allow you to subscribe. More content up there, and behind the scenes daily content over here on the vlog channel. There you go. Enjoy.